Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. Talk outdoors every Saturday morning. Pushing toward show number 500. Pushing toward the 19th anniversary coming up on the second Saturday in August. 19 years on the air. And I met this next guest. He's still a pup, but he was a real pup when I first met him. He has a great heart for the outdoors. He has a great heart for kids. He has a great heart for his faith. And we're really happy to have Brodie Swisher on with us this morning because he does have a lot of Mid-South ties to us. Good morning, Brodie.
Hey, Mr. Larry, good morning to you. How's things down that way?
They're doing fine. I'd probably rather be where you are. But anyway, the big city is hanging on here. And I got recently from Brodie a little press release about an event that I think is worthy of you folks out there listening in on. It's all posted on lroutdoors.com. We put it on there. But come August, Brodie is we're looking for ideas now. Everybody's looking for ideas now to try to get people more involved in the great outdoors. And Brodie's come up with one of those ideas. What's going to happen August 21st through the 23rd, Brodie?
Yeah, man. It's our hunt, fish, float, kayak camp. Kind of putting a little twist, a little spin on all the best of the best in outdoors with hunting and fishing, camping and kayaking, and so just a great weekend, August 21st through the 23rd. It's squirrel hunting weekend in Tennessee, and
yes,
I believe I'll check and see if that's not. In the past, they've made that weekend free hunting day, I believe.
It's supposed to be. I think we'll be hunting deer in that time too for some of us in the CWD zone. Some people maybe.
Well, yeah, that keeps just expanding every year.
Yeah, so that's it. But it's on the Cumberland River, and a lot of folks will say, "Well, where is this location?" When I just say the Cumberland River, talk about where it's going to be, what they're going to do, because this is really a jam-packed, fun time, father-son type thing. So talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about it before. I don't think there's any greater need than the opportunity to get dads and sons together more now than ever. And so that's kind of what we've designed this to be, just a weekend for them to grow together, grow as hunters. For some, this will be their first introduction to hunting in the outdoors. But we are going to be over towards Dover, Tennessee.
All right.
I'm in Paris, Tennessee, so we're going to cross the river. You got the land between the lakes, between the Tennessee River and the Cumberland. And so we're shooting over to the Cumberland side. And going to be running up the river there. So Dover is kind of the best location as far as where we're going to be launching from Dover, Tennessee, into the Cumberland River.
Great historic spot there, Fort Henry, and
absolutely
all that area in there, folks. There's a lot of history on that Cumberland River. I know that, and the opportunity. What brought this together? I mean, I know you're always looking for ideas, and this is not an easy thing to do. I can see there's a lot of things. I hope you got help. So
that's right. That's right. Yeah, we've got plenty of help on the way as far as that goes, and it is going to be a challenging weekend for these guys and their dads, and that's kind of what we wanted. And it's not going to be to the point of survival mode, but it's going to be that. It's going to be it's warm. It's warm weather in August, but we are going to teach those basic skills: how to start a campfire, how to cook over a backcountry camping setup, and the route that we've got is a very safe route. It's kind of an offshoot of the Cumberland, and so the water is very shallow there. So I know some of these moms or wives will be, wondering or a little nervous about turning the kid loose in the kayak, but nowhere along our route is it over waist deep. It's shallow water, so it's a good situation where we're going to be on the offshoot of the river. And but as far as it coming together, here's where the idea for me came from is just as spend a lot of time hunting and fishing with my own boys, daughter, and we went out on a kayak and camping trip and back in the spring and squirrel hunting and just seeing my kids in this last year, seeing them enjoy that so much, and one of them, said this is the most absolute fun, with anything we've ever done. And I thought, you know what, more kids need to experience that. You know?
Yeah.
And we try to get them off on these big deer hunts and big things, and I think a lot of times we're missing the boat when we bypass small game hunting, the opportunity for them to squirrel hunt and to fish. And Mr. Larry, it tears me up when I hear a young kid say, I've never been fishing before, or I've never been hunting before.
Yeah.
You've got a 10 or 12-year-old child said, I've never been fishing. Man, that ought to be a crime as far as I'm concerned. And so that's what we're doing, just creating opportunity, again, for dads and sons to get together, because we don't make enough time for that. And so this is kind of an opportunity for saying, hey, no excuses, just come join us. We've got a weekend tailor-made for getting you started in the outdoors, fishing, hunting, on the river, and it's going to be a great time.
Well, Frank, you back now?
Yeah.
I know how much getting kids involved in the outdoors is big with Frank Barton over there, whether it's getting those grandkids coming along or getting his son involved in this thing. And it's an avenue, and I'm looking on this thing, Frank. He's got the kids are going to be squirrel hunting. They're going to be fishing. They're going to have backcountry camping, kayaking, swimming. And then here's a couple, Frank, that it really hit jug fishing. Hey, man, they can't get more exciting than seeing what's on that jug when it comes through that. And how about frog gigging? Frank, you ever been frog gigging?
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, you know where frog gigging is, I went with John Kreiner, my very first frog gigging trip, over near Proctor, and Frank, in your neck of the woods. You know Papa Duck over there, John Kreiner. I don't know if Brodie has had a chance to meet John Kreiner. He's
I don't think so.
Legendary folks in there. And kid, I'm telling you, frog gigging is it. I mean, I'll never forget the photographer I took with the commercial appeal. Poor Lisa. I mean, she wasn't ready for what some of the noises that we heard that night. So, so kids, pops out there, any of you folks like this is something that you're going to have a fun time doing it. And so tell them how much it's going to cost, how they going to get information out of this, Brodie, and how many can you handle? You want what? Well, you want 4,000, or what do you want here?
Well, yeah, absolutely. No, that's the thing about these trips we're lining up. We've got the one in August, another one in September, and we're already looking ahead to October as well.
Great, yes, yeah.
And because we want to keep them small group efforts. We're talking 15 to 20.
There you go. Okay.
In these groups, so we can have the time to connect and teach and lead and instruct and help everybody out and just keep that small hunting camp atmosphere. So from these smaller groups, the cost is just $300 for the father and son. So trying to keep it where they can have a busy, full weekend.
So that's for both of them. That's not $300 each. That's $150 each, folks. I mean, where are you going to get that? Put that over 3 days.
Yep. And the beautiful thing about that is, we're hoping that everybody's going to learn to catch and cook.
Yeah,
that's the idea is to catch and to cook over the fire and teach that. But we'll obviously have meals provided along the way. We will have that includes their kayak rental or canoe rental, whichever they prefer. But that also includes a membership to OnX, which is a $100 value.
It is
OnX mapping that they're going to load into their phone.
Yeah,
they're going to use throughout the weekend to navigate and to find property. So it's a really good deal.
Where were you when I was growing up, Brodie? How about that, Frank? I mean, if you'd had a chance when you were 12, Frank, to go to something like this, would you not wanted to go?
Oh yeah, and then have just as a grandfather, having the opportunity of taking a grandson on something.
There you go.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's what we've told several guys. I talked to another friend of mine down there last week, and he is a grandfather. He's trying to get his son and grandson to go. I told him, I said, man, if your son can't make it, bring your grandson. So
there you go.
We don't want that to be anything that somebody, will say, I don't have, my son doesn't hunt. Bring your grandson. Come on out. It's going to be a great time. And I said, it's designed to be for the person that's never been as well as the seasoned hunter alike. We're putting it where all levels can play and have a big time.
Now, you can go to what? CalledOutdoors.com. Is that right?
That's right. They can go to CalledOutdoors.com and just click on the Hunt, Fish, Float page there, and that'll find all the information they need. They can reach me there, or they can just give me a shout at 731-336-0329. They can get me by phone there or email brohunt@gmail.com. So plenty of opportunities there, but CalledOutdoors.com is the website. They can find more information as well as contact me.
And we'll have this all posted at LROutdoors.com for Brodie. Let's fill it up out there, folks. You're looking for something to do. Here you go. He's talking about September, October maybe for sure. This is August the 21st through the 23rd on the Cumberland River right out of Dover. And before we let you go, Brodie, we talked earlier before we went on the air. Brodie and myself spend a lot of time, I know he really does, going to wild game dinners. And so we're in, as Frank knows, we're in kind of a transition period there, folks. So don't give up. If you're looking for a speaker, this is the man to do it also. I highly recommend Brodie Swisher. If you've got a church event, if we ever get back to real or whatever it might be, this man can lay it on the line for you. And I've always been impressed with the presentations that Brodie does. He might even show you how to coyote call or something like that sometimes. So
there you go. That's right.
All right, Brodie. We appreciate you, brother. And
I always appreciate you and the time and encouragement, and good hanging out with you a few minutes.
All right, man. All right, let's take a break. Brodie's out of here. Frank is still here. We're going to talk TWRA if we can find Amy, Snyder, Spencer. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.